she looks like Giuseppe Rabbit.
How Valentina became Valentina Rossi.
I don't like to say no. When you work in a certain industry, you have to push to be a clown. I can't go and give my depressing thoughts to people. Toxic people are just...
Welcome to Power Beauty, a concept addressing women's issues and giving tangible solutions.
Combining makeup and coaching tips, including the expertise of our invited guests.
And with that note, today we have Valentina Rossi.
Hello.
Thank you.
I am no expert in any of those things you mentioned. Just to put it out there.
That's good, because we can share with you.
Perfect. We're together, exactly.
You said you're open to new experiences.
Yes,
I mean, you're
always.
keep saying all the time.
Always.
You.
I'm always trying new things.
And where does that come from? That's you were born like that, or something made you click to think that way?
I think my mother was always pushing us to be very, very confident and not being afraid to try anything. So I think what I used to be bullied about in school, like singing in the hall and free lessons, singing, dancing, acting, those are the things. I was like, you know what, if they're not doing it, then maybe they're wrong, not I'm wrong, and that's not something that normally people feel. It's like, normally, no, I should be doing what they are doing. But I grew out, a different personality, I guess.
So far it's working for you.
I mean, it did. But I think it's a work in progress always. You have to always see what's working for you and if it's something you're passionate about.
True. I think it's nice that you saw your talent in a positive way.
Yes.
Even though it didn't go with the norm of your peers. So
because before, I don't think it
was as popular.
Exactly. Like me, I always used to post stuff on my social media where Facebook was just nothing. You're supposed to find eating, what I'm doing.
So you were
Nowadays,
an influencer from the beginning.
When I see my Facebook memories, I'm like, what the heck what was I thinking posting that? But fast forward to the day, like it's the norm. Everyone wants to know what they're eating and stuff like that.
I mean, that's the thing that's funny. I love social media, but I just can't see anyone's breakfast anymore. I mean
everyone posts it. It looks pretty. It's on the gram.
Because I'm organizing breakfast to
No, but you know what I mean? It's like we don't have
because
to
everyone's
post
posting
everything.
it. Exactly.
Yeah. But no, your breakfast events are amazing. But also, we didn't tell you, congratulations for your wedding last year.
Oh,
You had your honeymoon as well in Thailand. How amazing.
I'm over the honeymoon period now.
Yes.
Like back to fighting on socks and stuff
It
like that.
last long.
It doesn't last long.
I've been married for, I think, 14 years and with my husband nearly 20. So
Wow, okay.
Yes. So the honeymoon period, unfortunately,
It's just
short
the
and
honeymoon.
sweet.
It's just the honeymoon. No, but again, I'm in a happy marriage, so...
And you had been
Can't
together 10
complain,
years
yes.
previously.
And we
which is
work
amazing.
together as well, so
yes, okay.
the fact that we work together and we're married and we're still together, I think that's
It's a
an
blessing,
achievement,
yeah.
like on its own.
Totally.
question. We know that you've been dating and you've been together for more than 10 years.
Yes.
What is the secret of long-term relationship?
I mean, I guess the secret is to enjoy life together, like having your moments as well, like your personal time, your different hobbies, but enjoy life together. And apart from enjoying life together, we also work together. So our goals are very similar. So we kind of push each other and not holding back on our goals. So I think that's the secret. But then again, everyone is different. So it's according to the character,
Do you say that you are similar or opposite?
We're very opposite.
Okay.
We're very opposite.
They say opposites match better than...
I used to
people
laugh
similar.
at that. But then again, it's true. Because one person will make the difference of the other person shine,
And because it's boring. Because if someone's like you, it's very predictable.
Yes.
Yeah? So if someone is opposite, there's that predictability that
Exactly.
keeps it, a bit fresh.
Exactly. But yes, it's true, I guess. Opposites attract.
And how do you cope with all your, your influencer, radio host, you are on multi-stop talent. You have so many, we see you on billboards, you're doing so many different things. How
Now you're a wife as well.
and what?
Yes,
as well.
Additional role.
Again, it's all about balance and timing and, planning your week, your day, your month, your year. Then again, I don't like to say no to lots of things. So I want to, for example, make time for like meeting people like you and podcasts and stuff like that. So I just literally try to plan my week and my days properly to make sure I have time for myself, time for my goals, and everything else.
So that's the answer. You're very
Time management.
time
you know?
management.
Yes.
Which I think is a very hard skill to do.
It is hard, but I think when you love to do a lot of things, you will make time for that. For example, I don't make time for the gym. I don't like the gym. So I don't fit that in my schedule, but if you like something, you will fit it in.
True.
As if you're passionate about it, you know?
So you have to want it enough to make it happen.
Exactly.
But I can still imagine with all your planning, it's a very tight schedule.
It's tiring, but then again, if you don't like something, you just back off, you know, and don't do it. But if you really like something, like you have a passion for it, I don't see why you won't want to fit it in, you know?
What are you enjoying the most right now among all your activities?
I mean, I can't really pinpoint to a certain activity because, like, my life is radio, for example, right now. Mainly my life every day. I have a commitment to go on air. That is something I really love. But then again, I love to meet people. I love to go to events. So I don't know. If I have time for it, I will go. I can't say what I'm enjoying the most, you know?
So you're a yes person, whatever.
Unfortunately, I am, but I do say no to certain things because I think certain things are a distraction nowadays, and you have to make time for yourself and, you know, staying healthy.
Very true. But you sound very balanced.
Thank
Very
you.
balanced person.
That is the
amazing.
most achievable thing that I have in my life, Mikey.
Which is,
I mean,
it's a very good thing to be to have an achievement in.
Yes.
Because I think most of us really struggle to find a balance in life. I can say myself, being a mom, working, you know. So going on the topic of Disney theme,
Okay.
I'll lead into your beautiful red hair. I think it's become very iconic. And it's funny because when I was speaking to Daria, I said to her, I said, do you know the character Jessica Rabbit? Have you
I
heard of her?
have never watched the movie.
No.
I don't know what her movie.
I don't know
you
why,
were
but I
inspired by
picture
her.
you and I picture her.
That's what people used to tell me before when I
Yes,
said like
okay.
long hair, but I have no idea whatsoever about
she's
the character.
Beautiful and sexy. So.
Wow, no, that I know, but I have no idea. Like, I don't know her character and stuff like that. But yes, people used to tell me, Jessica Rabbit vibes. I'm like,
so I'm
what?
not the only one because I said, you know, like Jessica Rabbit, she looks like Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my
She didn't
God.
know who she was. And I thought, okay, let's see if
See, we
Valentina
can
knows.
relate. We can relate.
So that's, I mean, what made you want to go? Because you were blonde before.
Yes.
Blonde with long hair.
I was blonde. I mean, then, I don't know. I did just trust people, basically. Like, my hairdresser told me, let's make a change, you know, like from blonde. But redhead, I will never go blonde again. This is like my signature, you know, and I love it. But again, it works.
Yes, of course. I mean, it makes you unique because, like, when you think of Valentina, you think of your red hair.
Yes, in fact, people don't imagine me with another color, so
Yes.
like I just stick to
I mean, if
red.
you ever wanted to go incognito, you could just
I
dye
just
your
have to dye
hair.
my hair.
And you would be able to go into like hiding.
I just have to put on a wig or something like that.
How funny. Also, like talking about beauty and hair, I'm a makeup artist.
Okay.
And I noticed, like researching a bit about you, that you were a model when you
Yes.
first started because your mom had a modeling school.
Yes.
So obviously, you've learned so much about beauty and skincare growing up.
Yes.
Do you have any tips or tricks, or what do you keep in your makeup bag that you will never stop using, or you will never leave? I don't know. Go to work without it, or go on holiday, or go on a shoot without. Is there like certain products?
Like the most important thing is hydration in anything. Like I'm a person that I don't drink enough water, and that is like something really, really bad. So I try to use a lot of hydration, hydrating creams and masks and stuff like that.
So you love skincare?
I love skincare, but I never try skincare on my own. I always ask like a beauty therapist that like understands my skin, because I go to a specific person before I touch anything else. Because nowadays you see stuff on TikTok and you're immediately like hooked and want to buy it just so you say, because it works on them, so it was gonna work on me. Exactly. So I don't follow that trend exactly.
Trust the professional.
I trust a professional. I see what they think, and then I purchase the product. Like for me, even when people follow my stories and they see me using stuff, I never say go buy this. I always say, listen, ask people, ask the pharmacy, ask, because it doesn't work on everyone else. You know, like it might give you an allergic reaction or something like that. and I'll be responsible. Don't want to deal with that.
of course not.
But I think just hydration products, that's something I would never leave out of my makeup.
That's your first one and your number one tip. And it's a very good tip because I think most people don't realize how much we need that hydration.
Exactly.
Wind, the sun.
Exactly.
There's so many factors.
And sunblock. And sunblock.
Yes.
Or sunscreen. I don't know what you prefer
I
saying.
could literally go out and carry a billboard saying, please
Please
wear
wear
your sunblock.
SPF, please.
Exactly. I am a preacher of SPF and sunblock.
We
So
take it for
important.
granted, for sure.
And even when you're young, I mean, I did the same in my 20s. Oh, I'm young, I don't need sunblock.
No.
But you pay the price when you're older.
Exactly. That's what everyone says. So check SPF all the time.
It's your
two
number
times
one.
two
Wash
times
your
a day.
teeth, wash your face, apply your SPF.
Exactly.
And then makeup, I mean, like, is there certain products that you
I mean,
can't
makeup.
live without, kind of?
Can't live without. I mean, I think mascara is a must. You know, like just to brighten up your eyes in the morning. People will obviously like speak to you and look at your eyes first. I'm not the type of girl that like puts on lipstick. I didn't even check if I have lipstick on before we started this. But whatever you say, I'm not worried. As long as I have mascara, I'm good to go.
I'm good to go. It's good. No, it's true. I mean, mascara is that one thing that kind of just elevates you, I find.
Exactly. I mean, you make eye contact with people. So like it's the first thing I think people notice, you know?
Exactly.
So like mascara is a must.
Yes, I agree.
Mentioning topic of being an influencer and influencing people's opinion, what do you consider yourself as being an influencer?
I think everyone is an influencer. I mean, anything comes out of your mouth can influence someone else. Any product you have might influence someone else. So everyone is an influencer. I don't think there are specific people that are influencers. Obviously, there are some that have X amount of followers more than others that will be considered as influencers. But then again, you have to be very careful because you can't believe everything you see online. You can't believe everything the influencers say online. So it's very like, I don't know, like as a topic, when someone says, well, how do you feel like being an influencer? It's always a bit scary to answer it because everyone is, you know? I just obviously try to keep in mind that there's a number of people following me and trusting my opinion. So that's why I need to be very, very careful on what to say and what to promote and how to speak about certain things. Because it might really affect people in a very wrong way.
That's amazing. I think you take it so seriously in a way, you know, that you know that
You have
certain people will take your word as law.
because they trust you, you know, these people watch you every day, you know, so they feel like you're their friend. So would I want to give bad advice to my friend or to my family, you know? So as much as I don't know these people that follow me, I have that responsibility and it's like my duty to be honest and transparent as much as I can.
Do you have moments when people stop you like, oh, when you see them,
Yes. And I enjoy it because like I'll be like, okay, that's a real person speaking to me and seeing my daily life, you know? So sometimes they'll stop and say, how are you? And I'm like, I don't know, right? But they feel like they know me through obviously online and radio every day. So it's nice when I get to meet people. Obviously, I had to deal with a lot of those 5-second awkward conversations that I don't know what to say because obviously I don't know the people. But I always love to meet people. It's nice.
amazing.
Being in a Mediterranean country as well, it's easier in the sense that there's the open communication.
And you basically know everyone. Everyone knows everyone.
It's true. It's true.
What fun.
It's really nice. I think I love that you're so balanced. You know, I think you're.
I try. I mean, that's what makes me go to sleep at night, trying to sleep, because I'm an overthinker, but at least that I know that I can balance certain things.
In fact, we were commenting that on your Instagram you have what is it?
Sprinkling positive vibes
Yes.
everywhere I go. Is that a personal life? Sure.
I had seen that quote, honestly, and I just felt like I can relate to it because I like to leave a mark everywhere I go. So I haven't met you before, so I'd like to at least leave here and saying, you know what, that was good energy around me, you know, and I like that in people. Sometimes like certain people walk into your life and they're, I don't know, like their problems are like your problems now, and I think it's natural because it's stress. But at least I try to, if I give you 10% stress, I give you 40% positivity. So at least like being positive, you know, it doesn't hurt anyone.
No, I think that's amazing because I think without we realizing, we give off certain vibes and energy, and
It's natural.
everyone has problems. You don't need to then carry someone else's. And I love that idea that when you're in someone's company, you want to leave them with something, feeling good.
Exactly,
A good
exactly.
feeling. You left them with a good feeling.
Even if it's like something small or something like nostalgic, you know, like just spread it out.
But was it always like this, or you working on it?
I mean, no one's really perfect. I mean, I had really struggled with mental health like for a number of months, but I still try to be positive. Like I work on the radio, so I can't go and give my depressing thoughts to people while they're in traffic in a depressing state, you know? So it was always a challenge for me to not put my negative thoughts on other people.
So how did you cope with that? Because you called.
I think when you're in a certain industry, you need to sometimes put people before you. It's not the right thing.
persona. You kind of have two personas.
I don't like to put my negative thoughts on others, you know, and sometimes when you're going through certain things, it's hard, you know, it's hard to hide certain things. But when you work in a certain industry, you have to push to be a clown, basically. It sounds stupid, but it's the truth. But then I had found the courage to actually speak about it online and say, listen, you know what? It's okay to say that you're not okay. And I just blended in my experience with sharing it with others. Others were obviously like speaking up about their problems. So then I'm like, I'm not alone, you know?
And you were able to confess this after you've kind of sought help, or you kind of overcame?
It came naturally. I mean,
What is the
you
right
have to get up
timing?
every day and feel okay, but you're not. And then at a certain day, you have to face people and be okay, but you're not. So you have to find the balance to say, listen, it's not because I'm like mad at you or something. Just I'm not okay. So please understand me. You know, it's not easy, but again, you cope with it. If you want to get out of it, you will cope with it and find a way how to be better.
So basically, I mean, from what I'm understanding, you put yourself in a mindset that even though you're going through certain issues, you talk to yourself and say, it's okay, I'm feeling like this.
Yes.
But I still have to carry on with life.
Yes.
And I have to get through my day, still recognizing that you have those feelings because you can't push them away.
No, and if I stop living my daily life because of my problems, I'm losing more goals, I'm losing time, I'm losing friends probably, you know. So you have to kind of be a bit selfish with certain decisions, you know, and just go with what your gut tells you.
And be around more positive than negative people.
Exactly. I mean, toxic people are just out.
But unfortunately, sometimes you don't have the choice to have remove these toxic. As much as you can, you would. But
I learned how to just block them out of my life. Honestly, unfortunately, you won't even realize from the beginning. But once you start getting the traits a toxic person would have, you will figure it out. And I mean, the more I grow up, the more I realize that it's okay to just cut people out of your life. If they're like affecting you in a very negative way, it will affect you in any decision you make, really.
It's true.
So
funny, you're much younger than me, and it's amazing that you have that mindset, because I've started to have this in the last 2 years. Because, you know, with everything that we went through, the pandemic, you either choose to evolve
exactly
or not. And I chose to evolve, and to evolve, you have to cut the negativity out.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy at all. And you do have to be a little bit ruthless, but in a kind way. But it kind of goes against your nature at first.
But then again, do I want to be surrounded by that negativity and toxic people? It might probably kind of rub off on me.
For sure.
So
affect you, even if
the more I can show you that, listen, you're not part of my maturity plan, the faster that helps me mature and get on with my life.
And it becomes easier, I think.
Exactly.
And it's kind of, I was saying it, you choose, it's either me or them, and exactly. I choose me.
And people will get it, trust me. Yeah. You just have to show them. Yeah. Not on the same page.
Very good advice.
How does it work, the maturity plan? Mm-hmm. And we have a question for you. How Valentina became Valentina Rossi?
I think it's a very easy answer. Just being myself. Like, I wasn't Valentina that I was 6 years ago. I'm pretty sure I used to say stupid stuff 6 years ago. I still say stupid stuff today, but not on the same level maybe. But I think just being yourself is the best thing and advice anyone can give you. And if you don't know how to be yourself, you need more time for yourself. Like you need more time to do hobbies that you don't like, so that you kind of understand what you like and don't like. I don't know what advice I can give like for something like this, but it just be yourself.
But do you do, I don't know, self-reflection? Do you watch inspirational videos? You work with someone to help you to build a future?
I think it's just trying different things. Honestly, for example, me, I really love to cook. So if I'm angry or I have a really bad day, that is my go-to thing to do,
Okay, that's your therapy.
to do exactly my therapy. Other was maybe like watching or listening to podcasts. So just doing different things out of the norm, you know, rather than having to go out with friends all the time. Go out with yourself, you know, take yourself out. That should be normal, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes people are,
Such a small percentage of people do that.
is but go get a massage, you know?
Yes.
30 minutes of your life.
Give yourself self-love.
Exactly. I think that helps you find yourself. And don't try to be like others. You get so influenced today by social media and people's perfect life and stuff like that. It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. Like, you shouldn't believe everything you see online. Because, for example, me, I mute certain people from my feed because I know it's not true. I know it's not real life. And if I believe that, I would think that my life is a problem and that I'm doing something wrong. And that will stop you from finding yourself and being who you are. So Valentina does stuff like other people. That's not Valentina. And then you lose yourself completely.
It's so true. In fact, I do the same. I've stopped following certain people.
It's
Even
affects you.
close people. If
Exactly.
I'm not in the right head state to
Exactly.
see certain things.
It's even to save time, because to watch all the stories, posts.
But sometimes it's therapy for people to watch other stories. Like, I get people message me because they feel alone and like they feel like them talking to me while eating their food. Not talking to me, but like watching my stories. They feel like they're, you know, they have company.
That's the
So-
positive side. Yeah, there's
That's why
aspect.
if you feel like your therapy is think about other people's life, so you feel like your problems are not like
So
the only-
bad.
Exactly, you know?
Or you feel like you connect to someone and they make you happy. They make
Exactly.
your day brighter.
Exactly. So I might be helping someone to find themselves through my stories, but it doesn't work for everyone.
It's true. I mean, you can never please everyone, but
No.
it's good that you see it in the aspect that it can, you know, bring light to someone's day. And if
Exactly.
it doesn't, just simply don't follow. You know, it's like
Easily.
you realize you have to make certain decisions to better yourself.
Exactly.
Amazing. I think I always get a sort of in awe because I'm 47.
You don't look 47. Drinking my water, thank you, my skin.
Yes, SPF, I told you, it's amazing. But it took me many years to get to this mind state. So I'm in awe when I meet people who are sort of 10, 20 years younger than me, that they're already so level-headed, you know, they're so grounded, they know their self, they've worked on themselves in different aspects, you know, like some people do yoga and affirmations and other people don't, you know.
Exactly.
You find you nurture yourself through cooking and you've got your own skills that help you do that. So I think, you know, like...
That's why everyone is different. That's why, like, no one can be like each other, you know?
Where do you take your energy? How are you charging? How do you live like your free day?
My day would honestly just at home, because obviously I'm always out. So at home is like my safe place, you know, my safe zone. Like just with my dog, maybe honestly just doing nothing. I know it sounds boring and waste of time, but sometimes doing nothing is really like reflecting on yourself. And then something pops up in your head and you go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's moments of just not thinking about anything and
Watching.
what your plan is for the next hour. Nothing. I think that is something I look forward to sometimes. Not having anything on my agenda and be spontaneous to see what you want to do.
No, me as well. I don't know about you, but I love a recharge day. Sometimes if it's normally falls on a Sunday, but I love, especially when it rains. I love
Wow,
those
yes, that's the
days
perfect like
that you just say,
atmosphere.
uh-oh, I have to stay home.
Exactly.
There's nothing like coaxing me to go out, to put a DVD.
No, and when you're an overthinker, it's hard to have these kind of moments. So when you can, last time I went to a massage and I was like, let me try not to think about anything. And I was thinking, well, the color black, the color white. I was still thinking about something. I couldn't stop my brain from like thinking about things.
Like that woman movie, sorry, Eat, Pray, Love. I never watched it.
I never watched it. I should watch it, right?
It's our
The moment when she's trying to pray and meditate, she was thinking about her yoga studio.
Oh my God. So you can't, when you're an overthinker, like you're always planning on something else. So that's how I recharge. I try to not think about anything.
And you said that you like to go for massages as well.
I try to, yes. I think it's like important, to enjoy relaxing.
And it's like you're relaxing physically.
Exactly.
Sometimes, okay, we can relax mentally, but we don't realize our body manages and carries so much stress. And you need to release that from your body and to your mind.
And it's just 35 minutes. Just go.
No, I love a massage.
35 minutes, go on your break.
It's true. Good advice. And also, we were wondering, what is your next 5-year plan? Since you have, like you said, you changed so much in the last 6 years. What do you see for yourself for the next 5 years?
That is a question I dread answering because I do love to plan. I am a very, I love my time schedule and stuff like that. But to plan so far in the future, 5 years, I don't know. Some people say, I want to have kids, I want to do this. I have no idea. For me, let me just, plan 3-4 months ahead, want to travel and stuff like that, but to picture myself wanting to do something in 5 years. And then it doesn't happen. I don't know. That just gives me more stress. So I just plan along the way, but set small targets.
So you trust the flow?
Yes, I literally go with the flow. But again, I want to have certain goals, but not super far, 5 years.
Makes sense.
Too long, mother.
Yes. But there are, some people have 10-year plans, which I'm the same, to be honest. I can maybe do a year plan, maybe even 2-year plan, but 5 years, who knows?
The only plan I have is maybe to pay my home loan. Get that out of the way.
That's like a...
Wow.
You have to.
That's the only thing I have when I go on my mobile app, on the bank. I'm there's always a huge minus. That I want to get rid of. So that's the only...
That's your plan.
The only plan I have.
Your plan.
Get rid of the home loan.
It's a good plan.
We really wish you good luck.
Oh, ma'am, I need it. I need it.
How soon? So if you'd like to continue following our journey, hit the subscribe button, follow us on our social media, and we hope to catch you next time.